Hi there! We're going to learn how to graph linear inequalities. Let's use the example y is less than 3x minus 1. In this inequality, the minus 1, or the negative 1, since that's really the same thing, is the y-intercept, and the 3 is the slope. Okay, first we need to put a point on the y-intercept. Since the y-intercept is negative 1, we put a point on the negative 1. Next, we put a second point on the graph representing the slope. The slope is 3, which we can write as 3 over 1 since the slope is rise over run. Now, we start from the y-intercept, not from the origin, but from the y-intercept, and we count up 3 and over 1. Then we put a point right here on the graph. Okay, now that we have our 2 points on the graph, now we can draw a line connecting the points together, and we can extend the line further too. Now, sometimes with inequalities you use a dotted line, and sometimes you use a solid line. Here's how to tell which line to use. You look at the greater than or less than inequality symbol. If it has an or equal to line underneath it, then you use a solid line. If it does not have an or equal to line underneath it, like ours doesn't, then you use a dotted line. So let's go ahead and draw our dotted line, connecting our 2 points together and extending beyond the points too. All right, the last step is the shading. We either shade above the line or below the line. Anytime the inequality has a less than or equal to symbol, you shade below the line. Anytime the inequality has a greater than or equal to symbol, you shade above the line. But it can be confusing to know which way is above the line and which way is below the line. So here's a trick. Put your finger on the line. If you're supposed to shade above the line, then move your finger up to the top of the screen. Where did it land? That entire side is supposed to be shaded. If you're supposed to shade below the line, then start on the line and move your finger down to the bottom of your screen. Where did your finger land? Shade that entire side of the graph. Let's apply that trick here. We have a less than symbol. That means to shade below. So let's put our finger on the line and move it down below the line. Where did it end up? On this side of the graph. So we shade this entire side of the graph. Well done! Please subscribe to my channel for more math videos.